jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Buffalo Bills. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Round 80! Watch the run, watch the run!
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Now Allen. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Half 85, half 85. All day, all day. Hey, box truck. 50 seconds to Mike.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. It's caught left side by John Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Mike 319. Mike 5-4. I'm going to run you over.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And McCoy loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. Watch the O52.
Now a man closing in on 15,000 career rush yards, Frank Gore. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Allen to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. 3rd down here. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
No. Half 85. Alert. Hatchet.
From the gun, it's Allen. And a big loss is here as he's taken down. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 2-yard line.
Here goes Hunt. Watch 49. You don't know no better. Two times.
Here's Le'Veon Bell's first carry as a New York Jet. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
1-yard gain.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
They'll try the right side with Bell. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
53. Check 53. Here we go. Let's go. Motion.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 9.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike. No, red lady. 53. Good track. The lady. He's checking crap. The lady. Check nickel. Check.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Gain of 15 yards.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Here's Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. That's caught at the 25. Big yardage that time for the
our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a 1st down carry by Bell, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Safe. Alert 3. The lady. Hey, Haywood.
Here's Darnold. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. That his first incompletion after a 4-for-4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this is caught at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. Now Bell. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some...
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Here's Bell. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Well, the drive started in the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points out of it.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. A reminder, coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, that's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut, and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
56.
Allen will try again on second down. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On first down, Allen. swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Steve McClendon, credit him for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 32 on the play.
Hey, 19! 57. Come to my work. We want it. Alert, alert, alert.
Working out of a shotgun. Here's Allen. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Bills have taken the lead. Hauschka with the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of...
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Darnold now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Now Darnold. Going deep now for Herndon. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On the return, it's White. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Middle. All 52. Check. Crunch.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Allen now on the sneak, trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Allen taking it himself, and he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Josh Allen, as the first half is winding down, and the Bills will extend their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it first and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's got Anderson right side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
A final shot before the break, Darnold. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, Darnold. Open man left side, that's the tight end, Herndon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Darnold on first down. Side by Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for first and 10. Darnold from the gun. Forced out to his left. And he fires one incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again is Darnold. That's caught right side by Anderson. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
80. Greystone, travel. Mike, red 80. 53, Mike.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now it's Darnold. Finds his target. It's Bellamy. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
To throw is Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Darnold to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of...
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. There he goes right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tyler Kroft, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Here we go.
And they are going for it. Darnold. is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Looking in zone for Jones. And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bills will extend their lead. So the first play of the drive, they strike through the air and score it.
A lot of coaches like change of possession as a time to go ahead and strike, and that's what we saw there. Ball turned over, first play, right to the end zone.
Hauschka with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Darnold. Buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Mike, 50, lady. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. Being chased out left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Hey, man, watch the booth.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Found his target, it's Anderson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Boys, 58, it's Mike. Check tight.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Darnold. Over the middle, that's taken in by Bellamy. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
And this will be caught in the end end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead is down to 28-10. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter.
Ready? 54, right there. 54 Mike. Hey, me and you all day.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Switch. 80 weapon.
Back to the ground, this time with Gore. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
All day, every day, any day. Kill. Check. Fresno. Check 26.
A first throw for the backup, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
The Jets take over. At their own 17-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of them.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Darnold now to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jerry Hughes. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. A very short field to work with now. First and goal after the great punt return. From the gun, Jackson. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Bills on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. They'll try and push it in with Gore. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. It's a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now Darnold. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
That's good for 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
Here we go. Oh, and 80. Flare. Check.
To the air again, Darnold. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he's into the clear. Past the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Bills 42, Jets 10. Steven Hauschka, the kickoff for Buffalo.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and it's third down.
Bring it. Bring it.
Back to throw, Darnold. He'll have a first down past the 40. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Lorenzo Alexander wreaking the defensive havoc.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Here we go.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw with Simeon. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And it's incomplete.